Hello, my channel is now getting big enough where people are starting to send me stuff to help them market them. So I thought, well, if they're going to do that, I may as well show you some of the better stuff, especially when I can get you a discount. We've all been in a situation in a car where tempers have flared, perhaps there's been an accident, somebody's crashed into you, you've crashed into them, they're alleging things in the heat of the moment, and there's no record of actually what happened. Well, today we're going to look at the VIOFO Dashcam together, and this will hopefully alleviate some of those problems. So let's take a look at it together. So we're going to look at a couple of dashcams this month, but the first one is the VIOFO A119 Mini 2, which VIOFO have kindly provided to me for you to have a look at. They've also sent me a hardwire kit, which I'm not going to use today, but I will install that on my beloved Porsche 928 another day, and also a memory card. But let's do an unboxing so I can show you what's in this box and what's included in the price. This is actually from the more of the budget end of the market. This is currently retailing at $129.99. I can get you until the end of October a 5% discount, which takes it to $117.99. So pretty good value really, but let's have a look in the box. Okay then, let's see what we've got in our box here. Nicely packaged, I must say. Oh, that's blowing away in the wind, never mind. And there we are, look, it's quite small actually. Let's get it out of its package. Look at that, that's the size of my hand. You can see what that looks like. So we'll see how that fits in a moment. What else is in this box here? We have a user manual. Being male, I would obviously normally ignore that, but in this case I won't. We'll go through that. Professional customer service, so you can submit a ticket and ask for help, and there's a phone number and so on. That's helpful. Okay, so we've got two of these screens. Not sure what we would use those for. We'll figure it out. Read before installation. Okay. Test all cameras and accessories before installation. All right, we'll do that in a moment. And then underneath here, so if we need to pry away any plastic trim in the car, we've got something helpfully provided to jemmy those open, which could be useful. That's our connection to get it out of the memory card and into our device, I think. We'll find out. A cigarette lighter with a length of cable for powering the camera. And then lastly, some kind of a magnetic or sticky strip. So that's in that box. I think you guys know what a memory card looks like. And this hardwire kit, what have we got in here? More instructions, okay. And then basically a lot of wires. All right, well I'm not going to do that one today. Let's have a look at the camera, see if we can get it working, and then we'll install it. So a quick look at the specs of this camera. On the box, helpfully it tells you all about it. It has a Sony Starvis 2 sensor, okay. It has multiple exposure HDR, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, voice control, Quad HD 1440p, so not 4K, but we'll take it for a ride and I'll show you the output of what it actually looks like out on the road. So we'll get to that in a moment. Super night vision, okay. GPS logger, parking mode. Now that is used with the hardwire kit. You can actually program it so that it doesn't drain your battery. Well, it does, up to a point where it knows the battery can't handle anymore, then it will switch itself off. But you can set it into parking mode, and there's 3 different modes on that, where I think one has to be something that triggers it, secondly it does it in sort of like a time lapse, and thirdly just at a very, very low bit rate. So there's 3 different parking modes on that. It's quite good really, for something that costs 118 bucks. What else? Voice control. And there is options as well, so you could have, if you had paid for it, a Bluetooth remote, but I don't have that. There is also a link up to an app on your iPhone where I'm wondering, and I don't know yet, we'll find out, whether you can get live images from your dash cam to see what's going on around your car. But anyway, I'm going to get on with the installation. In fact, what I'm going to do is power it up first and show you that, see what that looks like, and just have a quick look at the basic functions of the camera, and if it's sort of navigable easily. Then we'll just install it pretty quickly, I think. I think it's not terribly difficult to install with a cigarette lighter. We'll take it for a spin and we'll see what the results are. Next then is the power cable. There's quite a lot of cable here because this obviously has to go from just around the rear mirror and then be routed in the headlining of the car back down to the cigarette lighter, which I'll show you in a moment. But we're just going to power it up for now. This is just at one end the USB-A, and at the other end the bit that goes into the camera, and they provide you with a double USB slot, so you just push that in there, this goes in the cigarette lighter, and then we power it up. Okay, this is the screen that faces the inside of the car, the driver. It comes with, on the back or the front of the car if you like, the sticky pad to stick to the windscreen. That's already on there when it comes out the box. That's really nice and easy. And the camera is swivelable depending on the rake of your windscreen. So that will go up and down. We'll fit that in a moment. But on the top, you can see the power slot. So I'm going to put this into the power slot and we'll see what happens together. In you go. There we are. And we get a red light. And if I push that button below it, hopefully it will power up. Let's see what happens. There we are.
Recording started.
Oh.
Memory card error.
Yeah.
Please format the card.
So we're going to format the card. That's perfectly normal. And hopefully that
Memory
has...
card format successful.
We're ahead.
Started.
And it's already started recording. Nobody wants to see a picture of me. So we'll turn that off, hopefully. And let's install this. So I've just had a little play with it. There's all sorts of things you can do. You can change the resolution, the bit rate, loop recording. So when the car is moving or when the car is started and the camera is powered, effectively it's the camera is recording. And what it does is it loops. So it'll just take 1 minute or 2 minute or 3 minute or 5 or 10 minute loops and just do those until the memory card is all full. So I've set it to 2 minutes. I doubt there's a disaster that I'll be in which lasts longer than 2 minutes. And what you can do also, if you want it to record, and maybe perhaps it stopped recording for whatever reason, you can push this button here, and that will just start the recording on it. You can also set your exposure, whether it's HDR or not, parking mode, all sorts of things about that. Motion detection, you can have it to record your GPS coordinates and speed and all those sort of things as well. You can put a date stamp on it, on the film, and all of those things as well. So as well as setting the time, the language, the volume, all that sort of thing. So now it really is time to install this thing. Let's get on and get this done. Okay then, it is a question of cleaning your windscreen, removing in a very satisfying way that sticky pad, and then putting the camera where we think it's going to work best. So I think we will put that. Okay, there we are. Push, 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 and stick. Hurrah! Now let's plug back in. Just plug in there nicely, please. There we are. And we've got our screen on. Are you going to power up for us? Or am I pressing that? That's it. There we are. And of course what I've forgotten...
Started.
And the recording started already. What I've forgotten to do is take the protective covering off that lens, haven't I? So I'll do that next. And then we'll install it with the power cable going up underneath here and then back down. And I'm going to bring the cable up here, tuck it in behind here, do something down there, and hopefully it'll come, if I get it in that glove box, and then maybe it can come out underneath that glove box And what I've done is I use one of these. So there's the cigarette lighter there, which is this device plugged in. Then I've got the camera line plugged into here, and then if I can put that underneath there or in that glove box, then it's all quite neat. But let's see if we can get the app working next. So this honestly was pretty straightforward. You download the app from VIOFO, connect it up to your Wi-Fi. Very straightforward. You have to push the Wi-Fi button, a long hold on the camera itself. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then once it's connected, you get this. And these are all the options that you can choose from. So you can control all the settings of the camera from this particular app. And here they all are, as you can see. Everything that you can configure on the camera is shown right here. And then you can also show the videos that you've recorded on the camera. So let's show you how it looks now then. Here's the camera, as you can see. I've fairly neatly tucked it in behind here. It goes down that pillar, you can probably see, just tucked in there, comes round there, and then I've hidden it in the door jamb, so it comes down there, down over here, and then into underneath this shelf here to my junction box for my little sort of cigarette lighter extender thing, and then over to here, which is the cigarette lighter. But that's not too bad. I mean, this thing is pretty small. I mean, it's not much bigger than the width of the mirror here, and I think that's a pretty good piece of kit to have here to save me, you know, any kind of discussion with somebody else who might think that something was my fault, but in fact isn't. Right, well, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, so let's take this out for on the road and then put some pictures up on the screen to see how it records. That's the real test, isn't it? So let's do that next. So what you're seeing here is on the bottom left, there is my speed. You can also see my coordinates, which are blurred out, so you don't see where I live. I've also entered in 928, which you can do on the camera. You can call it whatever you like, and there is the time and the date as well. The sound is exactly what you're hearing from the car that when I was in it, and you're also seeing a little bit of reflection off the windscreen as well. But the quality, I would say, is very high. This is 2K, remember, not 4K, but it's better than 1080p. And I'm pretty pleased with the quality there, actually. This looks rather good. Well, I don't know about you, but for $117, that seems like pretty good value to me. The quality, I think, is really very good. It's really easy to install. The menus are easy to use. And to get the video out onto my phone, you know, I can either use Wi-Fi or I can take the mini SIM card out and do it that way. So I suppose what I need to do now is to wire it into the fuse panel, which isn't terribly hard. I just haven't found the time to do it for this particular video, and the cigarette lighter is doing a good enough job, honestly. So pretty good, I think, honestly, for 117 bucks. What do you think? In the description below, you will see the link to two places that you can get this from. You can go to the VIOFO website directly, and you input the code JREAD5OFF in, and you will get 5% off to get that $117 price. Or you can go to Amazon, and when I last looked earlier today, you could have it the next day. So all around, a bit of a no-brainer, really. In a later video this month, we will be looking at something a bit more expensive with multiple cameras, which may be of interest to you if you're looking for something slightly more expensive with more features. But for now, the VIOFO is very good value for money, bit of a no-brainer if it saves you a bit of money in your insurance premiums and any kind of dispute that you might have with another driver. So lap them up. see if you can get one and see how you get on with it and let me know. I hope you've enjoyed the video. We will be doing more videos. There's a rather special video coming soon on some early 928s. But otherwise, give a guy a like and consider subscribing if you like this kind of stuff. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.